America's Cup. Our challenge is to fill the blanks in between. And so you have the Opti, you have the Olympic Development Program for the youth sailors, you have college sailing, you have Oakcliff, you have the U.S. Olympic team, and then you have the America's Cup. And our idea behind it all really is to draw from all those resources. And really the kid that's over there on the left-hand side, sailing as Optimist, he's the one that eventually we want to have over here in the America's Cup boat. So, you know, the Oakcliff story was pretty, Dawn and I started talking, and you know, I went up to Oyster Bay one day, and she gave me a tour of the facility. So, you know, literally 2 days before that, I've been in a design team meeting with Marcelino, and he said, you know, boy, we really want to get a young woman mechanical engineer. I thought, okay, well, we can do that. And so we're sitting down, having lunch with Dawn, and going around the table. Excuse me. And she's introducing us to her team, and Robyn says, you know, hey, Robyn, tell me your story. Robyn, can you stand up? So Robyn says, oh, well, you know, I'm from Seattle, Washington, just graduated from MIT. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I like to race moss. I thought, you're a mechanical engineer, and hey, you're hired, you know? But this is a perfect example of the type of partnership with Oakcliff that we were talking about. And so in the middle of this month, Robyn moves to Santander, Spain. She's been hired to do the weight analysis of all the bits and pieces that get designed for the boat, that go in the boat. Robyn oversees every single one of those pieces to make sure that everything is centered and low in the boat, and that when we build something, that's actually the weight that we want it to be. So that's, in my mind, that type of partnership and how we developed that, we hired Robyn before we actually had the collaboration agreement with Oakcliff signed. So it was great to see very quickly that come into play. Very similarly with U.S. Sailing, our coach James Line went to Malcolm and Leandro and said, we need strong grinders. We need young American sailors that fit a very certain criteria. And so next week, we have Caleb Payne, we have Charlie Buckingham, we have guys coming out to California to go sailing with us. And through that, we have a fitness test to do. And we're gonna put these guys all through, kind of just to set the baseline to see where everybody's fitness is, or in my case, isn't. But to really identify, because when you look at this boat and you understand that the grinding that's gonna have to take place on it, we're gonna need serious athletes. And so very early, working with Leandro in particular, getting these guys onto the platform and getting them into an environment where we can benchmark where they are and understand where they are physically and actually where we need to get to. Now in our agreement, we very specifically had said we're not going to poach sailors, and so Bora and Caleb and Charlie and those guys of the world, we're going to have to wait to get to them after the Olympics. But the beauty of the program and how it's set up is so much time is going to be put into designing that the development of the boat is going to be well after the Olympics. So we'll get boat one and we'll race boat one, we'll do some of those things, but the last 6 months of the program, really when these guys come in and bring new energy into the team, which after operating for, at that point, almost 32 months, will be a breath of fresh air and also help bring the